Today or tonight now on this beautiful Friday night here in Southern California, just about 5 till 6 here. For those of you watching a little earlier, I'll start out by I was on Reflector 30 and I moved over to Reflector 12 Alpha, which is the Papa system here locally here in Southern California. What's up, Michael? I was I wouldn't say followed, but somebody contacted me about a frequency I was using for my hotspot, which was 430. I can't remember now. 439.5, I believe, which I've been using the last almost 3 months now, 2.5 months. I had looked over the last couple of weeks before, or at least about a week or so before I got the hotspot, to figure out what frequency would be good to use, because LA is very congested with ham radio repeaters, DMR repeaters, DStar repeaters. There's also linking between the different hills they use different channels for. So I wanted to make sure I was clear. I went through every publication I can possibly find, and that was one of the clear frequencies I found that I decided to use. And sure enough, the local frequency coordinator, I can't pronounce it, SCRBA, whatever it's called, had assigned that unpublished to for a testing pair on a DMR. So I was contacted, and they sent me an email. I was sent an email with a frequency that they had preferred me to use. That was part of the band plan. Although technically I was on there before, but whatever. I have no problem moving, but I just wish they would have published that. The other thing, maybe some people can learn something from this, is maybe the local areas should publish frequencies to use for hotspots. Because you go into different areas and there's different band plans, and there's truckers driving between cities on their hotspots. Hotspots are becoming really, really popular, be it DMR hotspots, DStar hotspots, or All-Star hotspots. So it might be becoming a problem here in the next couple of years, if not sooner. I mean, it happened here. Although LA is a little different for the LA basin with all the different repeaters and different hilltops that correspond with my area. It is very, very congested. As I explained earlier, and Michael, I kind of gave you a little idea of where I was, where I am, in correlation to how I can interfere with those repeaters. So anyways, right now I'm not on a reflector, but I think I'll jump on reflector 12 for the heck of it and see if anybody's on there. That's 12 alpha. See if I can link that in here. The other thing I need to do
is to REF012 alpha.
Is need to get my new chat online here. Michael, thank you for watching, man. You're now one of the first people in all the time now. Every time I start a new stream, I got to reprogram my... what if I do this? Nope, that doesn't work. Still not working. Let's see if this works. Come on, baby. Yeah, yeah. I do not have a dual band hotspot, unfortunately, and I'm kind of bummed about that. Wish I did, but I don't. I know it's only UHF at this point. And I do, somebody was just asking me, email me, I do still have the unicorn hat here. I might put it on later when my daughter comes in. She'll probably come in after a bath. So anyways, I'm on reflector 12 alpha. Let's see if anybody's been using it lately. I was probably the last one on it about an hour ago. Maybe not. K6OS. Let's see if he's on here.
KN6OS, K6EGG. Do you have a copy out there? This is Greg, K6EGG. Also live streaming on YouTube if you type my call letters into the YouTube search engine.
Sounds like reflector 12 alpha is pretty quiet right now. I'm going to switch over to 30 Charlie.
Link to REF030 Charlie.
I've not tested my hotspot since I reprogrammed it, so. Didn't understand a word Homeslice said. And for FRL.
This is Greg, K6EGG from Southern California, and also streaming live on YouTube if you type my call letters into the YouTube search engine. How you doing today, sir?
K6EGG, key up in there, but I didn't get any audio. You'll try one more time.
I'm kind of having a hard time understanding you there. You want to say again? This is Greg, K6EGG.
Well, I'm sure there's something on my end I'm not doing right. I'm trying to cross move from DMR over to DStar, and anyway, I see myself coming up on screen, and I see you coming up on screen, but I just don't get anything back from the audio side, so I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong here, but I've heard something.
Yeah, it just sounds like a lot of like digital kind of conversion stuff going on. Kind of warbly is the best way I can describe it. I can kind of understand you there a little bit. You said I think you said you're using DMR in going into the reflector.
Yes, sir. I heard you that time. You are correct. DMR into the reflector. And so, anyway, I at least heard you that time, and I'm a little bit warped now.
I got you a little bit that time, yeah. It just sounds a little bit digital kind of. I can't describe it other than it's just warbly. It's kind of hard to sound. All the words sound smushed together, so it's kind of hard to decipher what you're saying. So I'll take a standby here. This is Greg, K6EGG, monitoring reflector 30 Charlie from 40 miles east of downtown Los Angeles, and also live streaming on YouTube if you type my call letters into the YouTube search engine. So taking a standby and listening to Reflector 30 here tonight from Southern California. It's 6:05 here in Southern California right now.
All right, very good. Well, I made an adjustment there on the radio. Now, help me or not, but I'm here in the Atlanta, Georgia area, and yeah. So anyway, you made a wonderful transmission to the East Coast. So anyway, let me know if I'm sounding any better.
Be honest with you, I didn't hear any change in your voice. I can kind of pick out every other word, but I'm also got some people listening to my stream and they're saying the same thing. So it might be some conversion or something going on. Maybe the reflector or your equipment on your side there. But it's nice to make contact with you there.
All right, thank you very much, sir. We'll investigate it, and we'll be monitoring and trying to figure out what's going on. N4,
See, that sounded a little better that time.
You're both rock solid to me, WA8YXM.
The last transmission sounded better. So it's not me. Hey there, WA8YXM. This is Greg, K6EGG.
Yeah, Greg, you were both coming in solid here. I don't know what the problem is. Sometimes the internet is strange. WA8YXM.
I definitely agree with you on that one there, pal. Sometimes, like the last transmission I had with him, it sounded the best out of all of them. So I don't know. Maybe it's just something on his internet on his end or something, or my end, or I don't know. All right, cool. This is Greg, K6EGG, also live streaming on YouTube.
K6EGG, Victor Echo 3, Zulu Bravo Golf.
Go ahead, VE3ZBG. This is Greg, K6EGG in Southern California.
Just want to let you know you're booming right into London, Ontario, Canada. Just doing a great job. It's nice and clear, crisp, and everything's going well there.
Excellent. Great to hear you there. I've actually been to London, Ontario, Canada. My dad grew up in the Toronto area, and I went out there a couple times when I was a kid, and I went out to Toronto for business, although I didn't make it all the way down to London, but I had been there when I was a kid. So nice to hear you from the Great Wide North up there in Canada. How's it going up there tonight?
Pretty good. It's about 28 degrees. It's nice and cool out. Expecting a few flurries overnight and possibly into tomorrow. And then I think later on in the early part of the week it's supposed to clear up, get some sunshine, but we're not staying too much above 30 degrees.
Winter has arrived. I had a couple coworkers go up to Winnipeg, as I refer to as Winterpeg, last week, and they said it was pretty chilly up there. So, yeah, winter is here.
Yeah, just about we get we're into about 26 at night and about maybe 35 to 40 in the daytime. But we've had a few snowfalls here, about an inch and a half, just to sort of get everybody in the Christmas spirit. But I would rather be down where you are, where it's nice and warm and no snow, no shovels, and no long johns, and no winter snow tires. But where we are, and that's about it. But we love it up here, anyways.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to put on long sleeves tomorrow, but I'm gonna be able to stay in my shorts still for probably a couple more weeks, I think. Usually only about a week or two that I have to wear pants here in California. Although in my area of Southern California at night it gets into the 30s, which is cold for me. I know it doesn't sound cold for you, but when it's usually 70 or 80 during the day and it drops pretty quick, it's a big swing. So I get where you're coming from, and I used to work on the East Coast a lot, so I kind of got used to to the cold weather, although I'm not used to it now. So, yeah, you'll be in spring soon enough before you know it.
We're sure looking forward to it. Yeah, we had a very, very hot summer this year. We were into the 90s most of the summer. We did get some extra rain, though, in the fall, but we've been really having a lot of heat. And Great Lakes are pretty well hot, so they're getting, it's going to give us a lot of streamers off the lakes for snow this year. So we're expecting not a lot of snow, but it's going to be an interesting winter, to say the least. But I'll let you go. Thanks for your time, Greg. Appreciate your time. And hope you have a good night. And stay safe, stay healthy. And to all that are listening on YouTube, take care and enjoy and stay safe.
Copy that. You have a wonderful evening yourself, and thanks for checking in. I appreciate it, man. This is Greg, K6EGG, talking to VE3ZBG. What was your first personal again? I'm sorry.
That's Brett. Bravo Romeo, you Echo Tango Tango.
Copy that, Brett. Greg here. So nice chatting with you tonight, man. Hanging in there with the cold weather. This is Greg, K6EGG, standing by in Reflector 30 Charlie.
Victor Echo 3, Zulu Bravo Golf. We will be clear and monitoring on Reflector 30.
K7HF.
And it sounded like Colin got his hotspot going there. Welcome back.
Or not.
He banned me. I figured that I knew what it was. I had my GPS warping out every 3 minutes. And, yeah. I don't know. I'll just leave it at that. I was getting frustrated, but it forced me to actually have to learn how to re-image the DStar. And, I learned a thing or two. So what's Bob Ross always said? Happy little mistakes, I guess. Yeah.
Copy that. Obviously, you're able to get a hold of the administrator, whoever's in charge of that. So I'm glad you're back on and stuff like that. And maybe somebody learn not to have that on too. Someone that's watching or listening to the reflector. So that can get annoying. I know one of the reflectors here in California. I think it's 12 Alpha. I keep on hearing I haven't heard it in the last week or two, but I kept on hearing a GPS call or ID call every like 15 minutes. So I understand where they're coming from.
Well, like I told him, I would have banned me too. Here's an IT guy. Your patience runs real short on stuff like that. I would have banned me sooner than he did. So I knew better. And I left it on. And I went to sleep. Thinking I'll fall asleep listening to people talk. And anyway, live and learn. I'm an idiot. Won't be the dumbest thing I do, but I'm on my way to Shreveport, Louisiana. Just getting on the I-30 here from Little Rock. And gonna get on down the road.
Excellent. Yeah, I just went to your new and improved QRZ page and hit your little tracker thing there. So that's pretty cool stuff. Well, be safe driving out there tonight. What is it, about 8 o'clock over there in Arkansas there? So how far are you thinking of going tonight, or you stop for the night?
No, it's my Friday, so they have to get me back to Little Rock. They don't have to, but they're supposed to. I told them I'll shut down anywhere, but no, they insist on getting me back home. Well, I told them, I really don't have a home here. Home is wherever my wheels stop spinning. But
Now, they're pretty adamant about shutting me down every weekend in Little Rock, so I'll go there and probably turn around and come back. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't really got a lot of miles this week. I'm only at 1495 right now for the week on my odometer, so, you know, that's where the guaranteed pay thing comes in. On one end, it would be nice to, you know, do more, but I don't know. I want to play ham radio this weekend, get my HF set up, installed. I got the 7300, so I went a little pie crazy at Plano, Texas, there at the ham radio outlet. Bought a bunch of stuff, so time to do some installs, and heck, maybe I'll get that up and going. You'll never hear me on DStar again. I'll do everybody a favor. My 3-minute calling.
Don't be so hard on yourself, man. We all learn, so it's all good. Glad to see you got everything going again, and everybody's happy. And I just got, apparently I was on I don't know, you were listening, I was on a coordinated frequency for DMR pair. So, I mean, I didn't know, but apparently I was doing something not right. So, hey, we all make mistakes. It's all good, man. It's good to hear you're out here again. This is Greg, K6EGG.
Yeah, I heard that. Well, California's really been known for a lot of radio congestion over the years, so I wouldn't doubt it. Somebody, well, we'll just use this for our DMR or, you know, whatever. I did notice the Southern Nevada Repeater Council, they did coordinate actual repair hotspot pairs for the area. Come on, idiot. These people don't know how to merge. They merge onto the freeway right in front of you and don't speed up. And, you know, I had no way to get over. Anyway. I don't know about California, but I imagine that would be a problem, especially with a ultra-sensitive receiver up on a mountaintop. And, you know, 1 watt or even 10 milliwatts, you know, can do quite a bit of damage.
Oh, yeah, there's a ton of different hilltops up here, so it can get congested. I kind of give a little bit of a demonstration on how many different repeater sites I can probably hit from my my home QTH here. So any one of those is, you know, it just basically throwing darts in the dark at this point, trying to find something nice and clear. But apparently everything's pretty much taken up here in California. But I wouldn't say I got this one assigned, but it's somewhere I should have been in the first place. But I do have some noise on it from time to time. But I'm so close, it shouldn't really matter. So all good.
Yeah, well, can't please everybody. You know, be nice if you could, but one more thing, and I'll cut it short because I know other people want to jump in. But I wish, like the Icom 5100 and stuff, I wish they'd come out with a firmware upgrade to have a power setting for hotspots. You know, instead of putting out 5 watts, because I'm putting out 5 watts right now to talk to a device that's 3 feet away. Maybe we'll call 4 feet from the antenna. You know, there's no reason I should be spewing out 5 watts for a hotspot frequency. I wish I could turn the radio down to like the bare low minimum, you know, 1 milliwatt power or something instead of transmitting 5 watts. I guess that's where the advantage of a handheld comes in. But yeah, I'm going out 5 watts out of 7.2 dB antenna, so, you know, it's ridiculous. I'll be listening here. AE7HF. I don't know, my voice is went through puberty there or something. I need a drink of water. Catch you later. I'll be listening. Alpha Echo 7 Hotel Foxtrot.
Copy that, Colin. Copy that, Colin. AE7HF. Looked like somebody else jumped in there. N8FM. Standing by. This is Greg. K6EGG. Also live streaming on YouTube.
Hello, everybody watching on YouTube right now. Yeah, welcome, Kurt.
AE7HF from November 8, Foxtrot Mike. Are you still in there?
This is Greg, K6EGG. Anybody new? I'm just, I transmit. I jump on YouTube about 2 or 3 days a week, talking ham radio, mainly DStar, also 2 meter sideband. So if you're interested in watching, feel free to jump in and say hi on Reflector 30 where I'm at right now, or hit that subscribe button and keep on coming back. Would appreciate it. Just trying to get to 500 subscribers.
From N8FM. Are you still on the Reflector?
Before the end of the year, and eventually 1,000. I want to do some
high frequency. Go ahead. I'm here.
I just want to do some live streaming from my car, so should be pretty interesting. But we'll see what we can get going on.
From N8FM. Name here is Steve, located near Detroit. I have
that's a rough
having
copy.
A hotspot mode. In lieu of that, if you wanted to go through the complexity of it, you could antenna switch and put a dummy load on one leg of the antenna switch and use that for communicating with your hotspot. That should radiate just enough to make you able to communicate effectively with the hotspot and not cause any QRM surrounding stations.
Yeah, that's an idea. You're awfully squabbly there, in and out packet loss there. Hotspot antenna switch. Yeah, I just bought a Diamond 3-position coaxial switch. I think it was $100 too, or $90. But it's for my HF setup I'm gonna do. I'm too cheap for that. Yeah, that means I'd have to buy a 2-position switch and a dummy load, and I'm truck driver anyway, so
I'm thinking about doing that.
I'll just find a frequency that's not being utilized. If I hear a complaint, I'll just slide frequencies. It's not that hard to reprogram up there for me. So, but good idea, good advice anyway. AE7HF.
Good catch on that, Michael.
Okay. Yeah, I was using my little.
Sounds like he's mobile. It's hard
antenna. It's about 3/4 of an inch long.
It's hard to do mobile, man.
Probably barely a dummy load.
You might see this shirt tomorrow too.
Using the.
I just put it on about a couple
here,
hours ago.
HT. So yeah, just a thought, something to consider. So I'll say so for now. Go back into monitoring.
The
mode.
VU meter, Jeff H.
from November 8.
I'm using is something called ProPhase. It's an app on.
By the way, I like the call sign
on
the
Apple.
FM there. So
which I'll bring up here.
Yeah, it's amazing what a dummy could do with 3 1/4 inches, but I figured I better keep it clean. But that actually plants a seed in my head, though. I might actually have to do something.
There it is, ProPhase.
Like look up something.
Pretty cool stuff. It has a phase meter as well that I don't have online because I'm basically mono right now.
73 AE7HF. Name's Colin.
Pretty cool stuff there. Pro phase it is. Terminal mode will fix my problem. And Jeff, I don't remember seeing you in the chat before, so hello. My name is Greg.
I'm actually coming up on my favorite street here on the I-30 in Arkansas, at mile marker 116, Sevier Street. S-E-V-I-E-R, my last name. I got a street named after me. Well, I had a county.
What were you referring to doing into my Volt?
Yeah. All right, I'll shut up. K6EGG.
Welcome. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I come on a couple days a week. Oh, I would like to do a live stream from my Volt. I might.
And this is KD2JSM and on CQ on 30 Charlie.
I would like to set up a couple cameras. I don't know how much. I've kind of been planning it. Maybe having a camera facing my computer, or sorry, my.
I was standing by there to see if somebody wanted to take it because I've tried to clear 3 times. But,
a camera. So I'm listening to these guys talk. A camera facing my radio and a camera facing me when I'm driving. I'm not going to be able to do the chat, but I'll be able to at least talk and stuff like that. I think it'd be something a little different. I know the truckers out there are often using, talking on the radio when they're driving. So I think this will be kind of fun.
HF, that's a great call sign. Easy to remember, too. I like that.
Something different. I don't know if it's been done before, at least in that aspect.
KD2JSM just saved me. Steve, I'm located in the tri-state area of New York. We're New Jersey, New York, and Pennsylvania.
Steve's a good dude.
15 miles to the east of that intersection.
So I think that would be pretty cool. What do you guys think?
70 miles north of New York City. On operating a Kenwood D74 into a Zoom spot. And it's back to you, sir.
Yeah, good deal. I know the area well. Well, my kids live in Newark, but I drove truck all around that whole area the last couple of years. So a lot of Pennsylvania, a lot of New Jersey, New York. I'd always request it, David,
I couldn't get that damn doozy to work. I was pretty upset with that thing, and I turned it off.
A lot of guys like to go.
But if you do notice, I did change frequencies, and I did get a couple of emails from Tim, and we chatted, but I corresponded some emails back and forth. So you can see the frequency I'm on now.
Southeastern now. Southeast.
Which there's some noise intermittently when I was listening before I came on.
I would have bought a 74.
But it doesn't look like it's
HRO when I was
messing up my
I could have bought it tax free.
My hotspot at this point. So somebody is not coming in here. A lot of packet loss on that one.
Like, yeah, you snooze and you miss the boat. So. It would have been a nice radio. The 74 is a really nice radio. I wish I would have. For a handheld, I'm not a big handheld guy, but
I would
have complimented the.
I can link the XRF with my not the XR, not the XLFs, XLXs through the hotspot. But I can do the XRFs, which is pretty cool.
Back to you.
Yeah, I have mine. I'm pretty happy with it. What's nice about it, it's like a ham radio in your own entertainment center. You get.
And David, do you talk on local repeaters here in Southern California?
Excellent.
And thank you for jumping in there. I appreciate it. Do some a little more clarification there with the issue that I was dealing with, and I'm not the only one. I know somebody else that uses that frequency. For their hotspot too, so
antenna tuner for it, and it pulls in HF extremely well. It has some remedial filtering on it, and it does everything. APRS.
Excellent, Papa member as well.
The thing is I don't think it's really that rugged, so it sits in my coffee table and actually running. I'm living in my living room. And
What are you closest to? What, Papa 1 up there?
My coffee table. But the audio quality is excellent from these things. I've never heard a bad
Papa
D74.
3 has a pretty good one. I do not have a Discord channel. I do have a Discord account.
That's
I don't
cool.
know how to
Yeah.
do the
I
Discord
heard,
channel, to be honest with you.
HF receive and everything, and way back in the day, that's why I bought my the Yaesu.
Papa 4. Yeah, that's
R3s and
Malibu
whatever,
one, I
'cause
think,
they have
right?
such a wideband receiver.
I can actually hit that from my
But
house.
Nothing, no sight.
I have to run full power to hit it, though.
Receive AM radio.
Saddle, that's right.
Yeah. I need to get out of the habit saying, Yeah,
No
I can
Discord
find
for
one.
my channel.
I would
If someone
actually
wants to start
consider
one up and get one in there, I'll be more than
dropping
willing.
a few dollars if I could find a new to me one. Seems that's how I've been acquiring my radios lately. My 5100 I'm on here. Got it new in the box, used $250.
After this week, I'm going to have a lot of time off.
7300.
After
45 days
next
old.
week, I should say.
Got a nice discount on that. Bought a used TYT DMR radio. I kind of way overpaid for that. But we won't talk. I knew better. I was an impulse buy. A ham radio outlet. Used products. Wasn't no used price on it for sure, but it just gives me something to tinker with. I want to.
Sorry, I'm also texting my buddy out
DMR.
he's over in Arizona right now, smoking his first tri-tip ever.
I have a FTM 400. When I got out of DStar, I'm like, I'm sold. I like the DStar. I like the radio. I wish the display was a little dimmer, at night. There's nothing a washcloth, a freshly stolen washcloth from the pilot shower can't solve. And just throw it over the display, and there you go. It's darked out.
My back is killing me today.
Yeah, the radio is really easy
That
to
was a
drive.
big
I
crack.
like it. I like the features of the 5100, but I really would like to try my hands on a 74 because every audio report, or every time I've heard one on the air, it sounds really
I want a
good,
52.
It don't sound
I'm going to
like
get a
the normal
52 for my Christmas
nasally,
gift to myself, maybe.
Digital audio that you're used to. But yeah, I'd hold on to it. They're not coming up on the
Yeah, I
market too
believe
often now.
it's 4,000, I believe.
I just came out of a Zoom meeting for our club.
For the
part
port
of the
forwarding.
Orange
Let
County
me double check
Amateur
that.
Radio Club. And they had an awesome
Let me
Zoom
pull that
meeting.
up there,
It was
pal.
Fantastic. Well, they had the meeting. I Zoom it. Let's put it that way.
Advanced
There were some people who actually went to the actual
Administration,
meeting,
port
if you
forwarding.
can believe that. And they were talking about digital. That's what we talked about all night. And I like the DStar because you don't have to program anything. You get it. It works.
David, if you're watching here, I have it's a UDP port 4000, and this is the
all around the world on it. I've been a long time.
this is
user
my
of DStar now.
what's it
I have
called?
a DMR license.
My IP address,
I don't have a
internal IP
DMR
address
radio.
for my hotspot.
I think the only thing that might be more of a tasty morsel than the D74 is the Icom 705 because you can now transmit on HF on it. You just you can't listen. It has a spectrum scope.
In fact,
It has more toys in it.
Um,
It has Wi-Fi. It has
here's something
Bluetooth.
interesting. I didn't know if you knew
It has
this,
Bluetooth in
David.
it. In fact,
XRF
when I got it, I
012 Alpha
conceivable thing it
is
did.
connected to the analog
APRS,
side of the
everything.
Papa system. So you can go in through your
receive
hotspot to the
on
Papa
HF.
system
I've done it all.
through
And I'll tell you, this little puppy works as
XRF012,
advertised.
which I'll bring up
It
here
does everything pretty superbly.
on
People say it's
the
hard to
site
use.
here.
I thought it was.
I can
thought
find
was
it
really
again.
Easy. The menu system in it is awesome. It's very logical.
Doesn't look like it's actually all on
excellent.
today.
The only thing I think it eats batteries, and
Oop.
if you drop it, you're gonna break it.
I got a sync problem here. Sorry.
Well, yeah, unfortunately, Kenwood has never been known for their mill grade, no mill 810 spec there. Yaesu kind of.
I believe this is one of the
sealed up that market, I think, as far as
repeaters
more
there.
organized radios. Now, I had a 79 handheld. We have 58.
You there?
And I really like that radio.
I can
but it was
put this in the link
complicated
too
to
if you
use.
want.
It was really complicated. I only bought it for one purpose, and that was
I didn't know till
APRS
recently.
on a motorcycle. I had a FT90 little micro.
Oh, okay.
mobile.
Yeah, I didn't know. Somebody was explaining to me. And then I almost messed up their net because I didn't know they're on a net. So I had like 4 or 5 people coming over for some of these one of these streams over there, and I stopped right before a net that started at 8 p.m. So
many different radios back in the day, and
port 40,000, 40,000. Sorry, 40,000.
I go to use it, the battery was dead. Or
You double check it. That's 40,000 or 4,000.
Kind of stay with the mobile side of it. I found I was plugging in most of my handhelds to power to a cigarette lighter, hooking up external antennas anyway. So, you know, at the end of the day, don't fight it. Just go with a mobile. But these mobiles are getting small.
It's port 40,000.
And it's amazing what they can, how many watts they can pipe out of a.
I have no idea what the link is for terminal mode, the IP address link.
That is, as far as
40,000, 40,000.
Yeah, you don't want to drop it for sure. And I like the APRS capability. Now, you could probably answer me, or I could look it up. APRS is
I got an email.
Before,
I did it so long ago, I can't remember.
144.39, right?
I did an email so long ago. I did it on a website, and then they sent me an email, and they said it got approved. And then I checked QRZ like about 2 or 3 days later, and it was changed. My original call sign is K6EGG.
I think APRS stands for Automated Packet Reporting System. I think that's what it is.
I would say it took me about 3 weeks to get approved.
Messaging system. The problem with it is there's not. We were talking about that tonight. There's not really a good client for it. But it does the APRS.
Oh, here's the other thing with the hotspot. Let me bring my hotspot in here.
And, we'll get
There's a couple things you have to have turned on.
And
David?
I haven't used it in a long time. But what's nice about this radio, there's
use of
keys.
D plus for XRF. That needs to be on, and you need to do an update after you
it'll take you
do the change.
Menu. I mean,
and then you do the update after it restarts.
Get you through. The menuing system is.
It's another big thing that I didn't
really
realize.
Nice, and it's not that complicated of a radio. I think the most complicated radio I have is.
Keep checking QRZ. You might see it on there first. Who knows with the stuff going on with all the.
I got this.
Nobody's in the offices at the FCC.
I haven't used it in a while because profit has been so bad. But that's a complicated radio. You get this if you could find one. It is a dream to use. The other thing I was looking at was the Yaesu, but the prices have been really high, and so I just have this. I have a 51 hour.
John, if you're watching, hello.
I wasn't working on it anymore.
Send me some more pictures of your meat. Buddy John is smoking some tri-tip for the first time out in Arizona.
Yeah. WB4 APR, I think. If memory serves me right, I don't know. I did packet radio years ago. My first packet radio station was a little Cantronics KPC3.
I almost did a factory reset of my radio set.
Upgrade the firmware.
Or my Pi Star. Whoops.
Pop the new firmware chip in, but I had it hooked up to my.
It is, isn't it?
FT530,
I had some
my old Yaesu FT530, just to begin with at the time.
Pork belly burn-ins from a place down in Anaheim yesterday.
1200 data radio I bought for a packet station. I used to do the BBS stuff, and that was fun back in the day. Kind of before the whole, we're talking 94, 95 era. That was fun. And then APRS kind of.
How long did that brisket take you? I don't know if I want to dedicate 17 hours or whatever it is to do a brisket.
Everybody's buying these tiny tracks.
To be 100% honest.
And
I do tri-tips and ribs. Ribs is about 5 hours for me, 4.5.
Got a lot of people going on APRS that, that send out their info. And I like APRS. I used to run it on the TMD 700 in the car and hooked up with the NEMA out to my Street Pilot color. And yep, that's good times. Back to you, sir. AE7H. Mobile here on I-30, getting ready to turn on 49, heading to Shreveport.
And this is KD2JSM. It's probably about 35 degrees out here. Around.
You have a Weber Smoky Mountain? That is pretty fast. It still stay pretty good.
I think 45 today. And yeah, I would like to get a 705 probably. But again, I think that's a $1,200 radio.
I'd probably smoke. So I have a pellet smoker. I have a Traeger.
I have enough.
You tried a 12-hour smoke your first time? Wow, that's pretty ballsy. I figured you'd do a tri-tip or a, some ribs or something like that.
I haven't used that radio in so long.
I messed the first couple times I smoked. Man, I messed up my meat so bad.
I just don't have the patience for it now. And then I have the
did not taste good.
I use. This is the radio. The 51A I use for analog. And I think what happened with the 51A, I think there's a chip or something that burned out on the board. And I looked it up, and that's probably why it's not working on digital anymore. And eventually I'll replace it.
I think I've done chicken wings before.
I have a shed I put up in the back.
I wonder if I could pull this up
and
here.
I'm probably going to hang a J-pole on that, get a mobile rig, something, and then set it up as a switch hitter, one that I could use in the car with a lighter plug, and then I'll have a power supply up here I could hook it to.
Looking for
and
some
put it
pictures
all in a
of some
go-bag.
meat.
And I could go back and forth between my car and my shack.
I haven't taken some pictures last times I smoked.
Well, sounds like you got it all ironed out. Yeah, we all have our favorite devices we go to and our everyday
Here's a picture of a
carries.
tri-tip I did.
Which brings me back to the 705. That's something you're not going to just slap on your belt.
And I also made
I had
tri-tip burn
a
ends.
couple days ago, and don't get me wrong, I had the money. I just couldn't justify that, because I already have the 5100 and I have the 7300, and I came there to get my antennas and stuff to, get 7300 going. Figure if I get the 7300 going, I'll have everything on it and then some that my pea brain can barely figure out, and I'll have 100-watt capability.
Rack of ribs I did.
Justify the 705.
2 of them, actually. Costco, man, they sell the best meat, I swear.
I didn't want something that
and
big.
It's fairly cheap.
Right up on the dash. The 5100 fits perfectly where I have it. If you look at my QRG page, I'm actually using the stainless steel bracket.
Pellets that I used? I used cherry to start with, and then about 2 hours in, or an hour into the 3-hour portion of the smoke, I used hickory.
And that's where the stickers go
Cherry
on.
gives a little bit of a red color, and the hickory will give it the smoke flavor.
If you see one going down the road, you'll know what I mean. But I found it in a chrome shop at a truck stop once. I'm like, wow, that'll hold the. Looks like the magnets will stick on the display head perfectly, and it's been the handiest piece of accessory for that 5100. I've used it all over the place for my display head, and it works good. Well, I was gonna say there's a guy in New York City, Louis Rossman Repair Group. He's a big advocate for repair and stuff. He's got a full rework station and everything. Maybe if you find a schematic and track down the chip, you probably talk him into, putting it on the board. He's got all the equipment and microscopes and stuff to, probably do it, pull it off, and reball it, and whatever needs to be done.
Well, I called up Icom.
Yeah, think about every region of the world does barbecue a little different.
Said, well, we
Hawaii
want
does barbecue very different
just
with
to look
the
at.
stuff in the ground.
And then
Even there's a
we
difference
want,
between
like, $100
barbecue
an
between
hour or something
Texas
to
and
fix it.
Kansas City, which is only a
And
couple
I
hundred
just
miles
said to
away.
myself, it's
I
gonna
like
be
to try as
worth
much as I
more-
can.
I'm going to pay more in repairs than the radio's worth. Now, when the radio was working, it was my favorite.
I wish I could
radio,
find a deal like that
even
myself.
more than the
You never know.
74.
You never know what the
It's
next day will
really
bring.
easy to
Keep on looking
use.
up eBay.
There's no keypad on it, as you know. It's just the rotary.
I got a deal on a
But
an Avalon vacuum tube. It's a audio gear 737 SP. They're normally about $3,000 new. I got it for $200 from a
what I'll probably do is do something,
pawn shop here locally, and they said it didn't work. And I said, well, I'll take it. If anything, the chassis could be worth something maybe. And I bought it. And did some research on it, found out that the tubes were burnt out, and sent away for $50 worth of tubes and put them in, and I have a $3,000 microphone preamp that I'm actually talking into right now, so it's making this microphone sound as good as possible. So you never know what type of deal you can run into.
In a very small handheld, and does it well. That's the whole thing. Even on the HF receive, it was, for what it was, it was really good. It's not like my kid.
It's gonna be hard to get in on this conversation now.
It's
good somebody's talking. It's nice to hear the reflector busy.
How well that worked.
Yeah, you never know, man. I found some good scanners.
Broadcast, all that stuff. It did well. Just as far as
pawn shop's like an old school
night.
eBay, as far as I'm
the
concerned.
Speaker quality. Now I'm using a speaker mic, but the internal speaker on it is fantastic. It really is a great sound quality. I could find one, pick it up. I mean, I'm not. If somebody would offer me enough for this, I'd probably sell it, and I'd probably get the 705. Because I'm not traveling around that much because of COVID. I'm here. I go food shopping and I come back home.
Yeah,
anybody watching tonight? I'm monitoring Reflector 30 Charlie here from, I'm in Southern California, but the reflector is based out of the Georgia area.
Anybody wants to jump in there? I'll stand by for a second. AE7HF.
Apparently, those 10-foot T-74s are going for as much as $900 on eBay. PE9 feature.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I seen them for 700, and it's like stocks. I slept and missed the boat on that. Could have doubled my money, but you never know.
They're selling for as much as $900. I heard above that too.
I have a broken Kenwood TS2000 if anybody wants to buy it.
I got one too, Paul.
It doesn't transmit on sideband anymore, or HF. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It's been sitting here in my desk for about 7, 8, 10 months now. Maybe I'll use the money and buy an ID52.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have. I'm just, like I said, I'm not into handhelds too much because I feed them around. I used to take care of my gear like pristine. I'd freak out if I got a scratch on it, but then later on in life, I just, and I don't charge them. I just beat them. The mobile thing works for me. Maybe 705 is in my future one day. I'm just kind of getting back into the radio thing. I haven't been on DStar in a while, even though I had the radio all last year. And here my Zoom spot was acting up, and then I was like, well, screw it, I come and go in spurts, but my priority right now is get the HF thing operational to do that.
All right, Michael.
Although
ISS is coming your way.
7100.
Really?
It does.
I gotta check that out.
Over HF, right? From what I heard.
Gonna be too far for me. Oh yeah, it's definitely heading over North America.
It's not a proprietary. Everybody knows this. It's not a proprietary product of Icom. It's a public source mode. It's what do they call it? That's a word for it. But it was developed by ham radio operators in Japan. Fusion is its own. It was owned by was it Yaesu and DMR. I think it's kind of open source too. But I think this radio's great. It just doesn't travel anymore. It sits in my coffee table drawer. This one, the zoom spot's probably about 10 feet away. And the only thing about it, it eats batteries. I have 3 batteries for it.
What was that you asked me again with the 7100 phone?
Yeah, I guess I should have directed my comment because it was a little bit of a double. 7100 does do DStar on HF, doesn't it? It has the capability to talk digital on the HF bands in certain portions. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. The 7100, the 9100, and the 705 all do DStar HF.
I wonder if a 7100 would have worked better in the truck for me than the 73 that I just got. Although I like that color waterfall display, and the 7100 probably would have been easier to deal with in the truck. Hide the unit away, and then have the display, and then put it on a quick release camera mount, tripod mount, or something. I don't know. I got the 7300 because the deal came up on Facebook Marketplace, and it was a really good deal, so I got it. I would definitely want to hear that digital on HF. Maybe there's some YouTube. I'll have to search on YouTube when I park.
Maybe we can do it here one day.
Interesting.
I don't have a radio for that.
On band conditions, and I would be interested in that. I know that 991 does Fusion, Yaesu Fusion on HF, but I'm not a big Fusion. Yeah. You said I have the 400, I just left it. But, anyway, go ahead and pick it up, Steve, JD.
So every day I go to work, I got to fill in all this questionnaire about COVID.
82 JSM. Yeah, I was talking about the fact that I didn't know the 7100 did D-Star over HF, and this certainly doesn't the D74 because it doesn't even transmit on HF. And there is the international D-Star HF. I think that meets on Saturday. I think on 30 Charlie on this reflector. But I don't know how many people are doing that. But yeah, I'm happy with it. I think, I'm just been working on the house now. There's some more renovations I'm doing. I got to replace the kitchen countertop, and I'm doing the stairs now going up to the attic. And there's 14 stairs, and I'm doing it myself, and it's just a lot of work. We'll see what my radio future lies. When the prices come down,
it's expensive right now, that's for sure.
There was no sales. I have a feeling that's going to be the same thing this year, especially with everything so inflated. I doubt if they're going to have any big discounts on radios this year.
Yeah, inflation's through the roof. Brandon did that, but yeah, even used cars.
Let's go, Brandon.
Used cars are just ridiculously overpriced right now.
God bless Kyle.
I just pulled up to the Love's here. I'm gonna run in and refill my drink. One of the perks of spending $6,000 a month at the truck stop. I get free drink refills and showers if they don't clean very like they should. I'm gonna jump out of here and go in and get my drink. Go ahead and pick it up, Tom. AE7HF. I'll be clear for a few minutes.
Yeah, well, that's the reason why I bought the 7100 cone, because I want to do DStar on it, yeah. Right now, I've got to just use a DStar. UHF. I want to do DStar HF. Since I think my screwdriver off the structure. B9 TJR.
B9 TJR, and you're with K6EGG. Well, I just usually
busy
I'm
night tonight on
Charlie,
Reflector 30 Charlie.
Sometimes on it.
Let me take a listen to something real
6
quick.
Bravo. Like DStar.
It's our 2-meter sideband frequency.
I guess there's 2 other
frequency.
upgrades you could get for it. And I didn't think it was worth it because
God bless Kyle.
With it, the added features to it, I wouldn't use. I
gotta say, master
30
trolling by
Charlie,
DeSantis in doing his press conference yesterday in Brandon, Florida. I mean, that's just trolling at its best right there. This is pretty funny right here.
Whatever works for you, then that's what you need to stick with.
I don't know what the deal is with that, but
I like HF football. In fact, once I get the screwdriver 10 on the truck, get everything grounded so that it works good, you'll probably hardly ever hear me on the reflectors. Not that I won't. So I'll talk about reflectors. Not near as much as I used to. But even now, I'm not around here as much as I used to be. But anyway. No, I just want to do some HF, and I want to try HF DStar. B9TJR.
B9 TJR, and this is K6EGG. Yeah, I might get on HF tonight. A lot of times I don't sleep that well, and I'll go up the UHF EH stuff down here in the living room, and then I just have a very simple setup with the 7300. I have the 7300, and it goes out to around 35-40 feet of coax till it gets to a 64-to-1 matchbox. That goes out to a 125-foot half wave, which we measured in approximately 60-foot grounded counterpoise. And it works pretty good. I run barefoot. It's too complicated. I don't know if it's complicated. You got to be a little more exacting with
the place
power.
by my house right now
Could be sloppy. I don't have to
is
be
I have a Chevy
Yeah,
Volt,
most
so I
people
rarely
can
ever
hear
gas
me.
up, so I don't
I
really
see
pay
you.
attention. But the last I saw, it's about 470 a gallon down by Orange County, which is by Disneyland, which is about 30 minutes away from me. It's close to 490.
I got 2 things on my...
In LA, for the most part, it's low fives right now, and one of the places I think I saw was 550. That's in downtown LA. That's a famously very expensive gas, anyways, at that place. So not surprising, but normal area, it's about 470 for my area.
All of them.
Crackety crack, crack, crack.
And think I'll get me a
Let's hear that crack.
mobile amplifier, bear trap. Mobile amp.
What kind of truck do you have?
Bear trap has a 500 amp
I only have an 8.5 gallon tank, so
for the HF.
and I fill up probably once every
That'll be
4 or
about
5
good
months.
For me, for the HF.
Yeah, it all sounds good.
That's pretty good. I wish they were here that way, but you guys are in a different situation. The Chevy Volt, I can get about 45 miles on an electric charge, and then I have a gas generator to power the electric motor if I need to. I'm surprised you got a new truck, man. Not too many here.
We're coming into HF season, or we're
You drive by the lots here in California for new cars, and they're completely empty. It's weird. Even the used cars are gone. It's a very strange situation here in California, because we're dependent on our cars here.
Because I don't have the heat turned on to save money. But maybe I'll fire up the heat up there a little bit and get on HF later. But I like the digital. I guess I'm lazy. With HF, I have to work a little bit more.
I want to get my wife a plug-in RAV4 Prime, I believe it's called, and there's a 7-month waiting list for it. So I'm in no hurry. She's working from home now. February was reserved? Oh my goodness. So you guys are in the same boat we are then. Wow.
I used to back in the 90s. Up to about, excuse me, up to about 97.
Don't be doing that. I'm going to be wanting to fall asleep.
Early part of 97, I had HF in the truck. I used to, before we had electronic logs, I'd run 2 logbooks.
That's ridiculous. They used to beg you to buy a car. Now that sales guys they're not even there anymore. They hand you over to the finance guy and you're out.
And I didn't get tired. I'd be wide awake.
Nothing to sell.
I used to, I really like HF mobile. V9 teacher.
And this is KD2 Justin for ID. I know you've been giving some pauses, but let me pause for a little bit. If there's any stations out there who want to join into this QSO, please come now with your call sign.
I'm just listening.
Well, I'm back to 87 HF, and yep, I want to do HF mobile, but not mobile. I don't want to risk the distraction,
So
on the road.
I'll take you let you listen to something here.
HF will be done in.
This is a local repeater here making the sound. They were playing music on here. Not talking now.
It shouldn't be a problem unless you try to use it as a joke. And
That's a wind system there. We'll just leave that up in case they come back in there.
The daytime we had 14302.5 on 20 meters. At night we had kept it what frequency.
Dude, there's a repeater. You could probably look it up on the internet. It's called Notorious, the 146435. Look up the 435 repeater. It was on Santiago Peak here, and they had a couple hundred people listening to it on Broadcastify, I believe it was called. And it was music, a lot of bad language, a lot of smoking weed. So not all bad things necessarily, but not appropriate for ham radio. And that got shut down, I believe, or the owner changed. So those guys ended up migrating. Instead of all being in one place, they ended up migrating to different repeaters. And they're taking out a repeater that's up on Sunset Ridge right now, constantly playing music, like any time of day. I'm thinking about doing a tea hunt. That'd be fun, kind of fun. Is do a live tea hunt on YouTube.
Not only do I worry about myself, but there's so many other crazy drivers on the road that that aren't paying attention to, and it only takes a second.
Wouldn't that be fun to do? Live tea hunt on YouTube. Figure out who these guys are making all the bad noises and stuff. It's quiet now.
I don't risk it. Just to be aware that it can happen. That's not just
ever since I was 16,
I've seen it myself. KB4FXC, but get
full time, 3 years. So
I'm high power.
I try not to look at the phone or do any of that. And that's why I didn't.
You got a pirate on 7.2 there too. I heard about that.
VHF, UHF.
You figure that would be even harder to find on HF.
Working with the headset. I'm on my Blue Parrot now. It's just a no-go holding the microphone for me.
There's a guy on a repeater here locally.
And,
I listened to. They called him the driver.
Safer, with the headset.
Gonna have some lunch there over in Guam. They called this guy the driver, and he would just go around talking bad and talking about bukkake parties and all this stuff.
I'm using the Heil Pro 7 headset. It's no different than what you're doing.
Anyways, this guy be driving around, and he was a truck driver apparently. So after like 7 months, they were able to track this guy down in a park, not too far away from underneath the repeater, and the guy didn't have a license, and they offered to help him get his license. If he got his license and to act normal on the repeater, but he decided since he got caught, he was not gonna go on and play music, and he didn't want to get his ham license, which is unfortunate because apparently he had some pretty good gear he picked up from the internet or something. So.
Oh no, I'm not. I just hit the button on the.
Anybody can be caught. I was found today. I wasn't doing anything wrong technically, but I was using a frequency that supposedly I was not allowed to use.
And then the square one,
for my hotspot.
I tap it, and it keys the mic, and I talk, and then I tap it again.
Balls Macker. Does that guy have a website or anything?
Button or holding a PTT down, or back if I talk into the mic at the same time I'm on the headset, it gets the audio from both sources, and it'll, I guess, echo kind of.
Oh, he's got a. I didn't even realize he's got a whole page here.
Hit the button and then hit it off. It keys the radio, and same with the handy.
Wow, that's not very good music.
The only thing that gets tired is my arm, my elbow, going up and down to the side of my ear. Yeah, I wish
that is not good music he's playing.
Bluetooth.
He's got a place to donate, and he's pirating this crap.
Monetary.
I know he's got a license.
But yeah, I just hit the. It's the same button that you would hit to call your Google Assistant or activate Siri, but when it's connected to the 5100, it keys the radio. One hit turns on the mic, and hit it again, and it'll turn off the mic, and then the radio has a 3-minute timeout. In case I dead key, it'll at least time it out anyway.
Never heard of this guy. I mean, I heard somebody about playing music. That's some bad music, though, man. Holy crap.
And I had the Blue Tiger headset, and I had the Blue Parrot headset, the dual headset, and I had the Rand McNally headset. So you got to take your hand off the wheel to reach up. Hit that button when you key up, but you got to take your hand off the wheel, reach up.
Oh, I got you.
When you unkey, I don't have to take my hand off.
I figured the guy would do that on YouTube or something now. It might be easier, but do they know where he's broadcasting from? Sorry for the squeakiness there.
I'm in no way distracted from what I'm doing.
Still have a broken thumb here. You can take a listen. can hear the two pieces rubbing against each other.
Can't even keep the CB on if somebody dropping the F-bomb. Sorry if that came over.
You can say F-bomb on the radio.
I gotta take
Am I allowed to cuss legally on
hit the button, tap the button.
But
it makes it hard when I got my
on live streaming. I don't know. I think I did it for adults.
And then I gotta.
And anybody new watching tonight? Normally I'm talking more on the
I gotta drive with both
on the reflector, but it's very busy, and I don't want to hog it. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. Trying to get to 500 subscribers, before the end of the year. Would appreciate it.
My phone goes. It sits up there in the dash, and they call me. Leave a message.
Just stop messing with my
I'll
thumb.
call them back when I start.
What up, Tony? W6TON. See, it's easy to remember now. I don't have to get your call sign confused with your bro there.
Read who it is, and then
all right, Ray, N3EPA, you have a good night there, sir. Drive safe tomorrow morning.
I used to just put the phone in the back.
N3EPA lurking everywhere.
Sometimes if they
I talked to him on the Reflector 12 Alpha earlier.
So I got to keep one up here.
Hey, do you, Tony, you have a way to get on the Reflector 12 Alpha?
If you catch me with my phone in my hand, it's extremely rare, and it's because I had to unlock it or something. The damn iPhone.
Do you have a way to get into
I don't even like the phone. I don't
the
like
Papa system repeater? I thought you had a 9700, but maybe not.
I ignore her most of the time. She knows now with this gig that I'll call her when I stop.
Yeah, 7100 will do it.
I have my habits. That way, in case somebody's riding in a truck with
I don't
me
know how to
something,
program
I
the
don't,
7100, unfortunately.
Out of force of habit, I don't go
Your
grab
brother
my
would probably be
phone.
able to help you there.
And every one of my teammates, they learned real quick. I turned a guy in. I turned one of my teammates in for being on the phone. That's why he got off the truck.
So the fun thing for today, Tony, apparently the hotspot frequency I was using was a assigned frequency for a digital DMR pair for a test frequency for a repeater that was up on Mount Wilson. And my hotspot, or at least the frequency and transmitting to my hotspot, was smashing out their input for that repeater. So I got a talking to somebody followed me over to reflector or to the Papa system reflector, and we chatted, and he sent me a couple emails and figured out a new frequency I can use. Yeah, I don't know how the menu system is on that 7100, to be honest with you. So if anybody in the chat has a 7100, help out the W6TON.
So, well, Rob's hot dogs will do to you. Yeah, 87 inch ID. Well, it's unfortunate we have to do that and police our industry, but the more and more guys
I'm gonna grab another water. I'll be right back.
on the road that, they gotta have one phone, or one hand on their phone.
Okay, I got you.
The other, and who knows doing what, and foot up on the dash, and on the foot. Then we wonder why we're getting overregulated, and then you see these guys, and then you got to think, well, maybe we do need police. But yeah, it's not a cheap ticket. So what, 11,000 to the carrier and 2,500 to you by loss of your job. If you get an electronics device violation, and that's cheap. If you hit somebody and kill somebody because you were playing on your phone, you can cost the company millions.
Well, I can do one better than that. I had it in my other truck, my 2016 Lone Star, and I'm going to put it in this truck too. Go on the website and look up windshieldcam.com. There's 4 cameras, one in the windshield, pointing forwards, and one on each mirror, the driver's side, passenger side, pointing towards the back of the trailer. I had one in my truck. Because of that camera I had in the truck, a young fella from Quebec, he was up in northern Ontario. Actually, it was north of Dryden, Ontario, Vermilion Bay. And because of my camera system, he had his license taken from him right there on the spot, right on the side of the road. The E9TJR.
Yeah, Schneider Financial, I think, is. I'm seeing a lot of Schneider lease trucks, or leasing from there. They got the cameras mounted on the mirrors and stuff now. There's been quite a bit of video coming out with some incidences, that's caught on a side cameras. I don't know if I'd want it in my truck, might catch me doing something bad. You can't expulse or get rid of the evidence, or then you're in trouble too. Can't just take this SIM chip out, destroy it. If you then you're destroying evidence. I have a front-facing camera. I won't do an inside-facing. I don't want something facing me. Although I can see why a lot of the companies want to, because these guys, got something, always in their hand or eating.
Hello, I am back. I think I'm gonna change over to reflector 12 alpha.
Get off that subject. I'm sure everybody out here.
I don't want to.
Hear the trucker lingo. She's probably thinking 30 Charlie's been taken over by lunch.
Everybody's just having conversation. It's all good.
Alpha.
Let's see if anybody's been on this reflector. Looks like I just missed Fred. KN6OS, K6EGG.
Fred, you out there listening to DStar?
For anybody wondering, I moved over to reflector 12 alpha. Wanted to chat a little bit since I haven't had a couple nights off this week.
K6EEG, K6EOZ, Tom, San Diego. We hear you.
Excellent there, Tom. This is Greg, K6EGG, Echo Golf Golf. Hi, Tom. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. Just had a little dinner and just checking out the radios, seeing if they're still working. And you're sounding really good. Where's your location?
I am in the city of Chino, and I'm actually using my hotspot to get into the Reflector 12 Alpha, and I'm also streaming live on YouTube. I'm assuming that you're going through one of the Papa System repeaters down in San Diego, correct?
Yes, K6EEG. Yeah, I'm going through D15, Woodson.
Excellent. Yeah, they got a lot of different DStar repeaters all linked together. Great coverage here in Southern California, and I think they just upgraded the Palm Springs one that's out Edom Hill. Is that correct? Something like that. They did about a month ago or so. I talked to one of the guys in the afternoon out there. He's usually driving back from Palm Desert. So yeah, this the Papa system's great. And I'm a newer member. I just joined up in September. So although I'm just using the hotspot because I was bouncing between a couple different reflectors and doing a little live streaming for an audience here watching on YouTube right now.
Very good, very good. First time on YouTube. Yeah, the name is Tom, San Diego, Forest Ranch, Rancho Bernardo area. Yeah, so yeah, DStar is really great. I'm on a D74 Kenwood, and going through the repeater. I do have a clear node. I haven't tried to figure that. Well, actually, it doesn't do DStar, but I guess there's ways to get around it. But yeah, I'm just doing right off the repeater here. It's what's in about maybe 8 miles from me as a crow flies, and it seems to work pretty good. Back to you.
Yeah, you're making it clear into the repeater. I was actually thinking about getting one of those handheld radios because the availability, the new Icom ID-52 seems to be delayed. But from what I hear, it's supposed to be coming out next month. So I'm going to hold off. I was going to buy a used D74 online on eBay, but I'm gonna hold off as long as I can now. So it'd be nice to get a new HT since the last HT I've owned, or at least one I've used for a while. I have a VX5 that I bought in 2000, which was actually my first ham radio. So looking forward to getting a digital HT here soon.
Yeah, I got a Motorola P25 HT25 XTS 2500, and I got the 878 DMR Anytone, and I got a Yaesu FT3, wires X, and CFM4, CM4 FM. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So I'm all set up for HTs. I just need to get a 991 Alpha for HF rig, and I'll pretty much be set. Back to you. What's your name?
This is Greg up in the city of Chino. I'm 2 miles north of the Chino airport and about 5 or so miles southwest of the Ontario airport. And I'm talking to you on my 9700. I also have a 5100 in my my vehicle currently as well.
Okay, Greg. Yeah, K6EGG. I think we've spoken before. Yeah. Yeah, your 9700. That sounds really good. I was thinking about getting that Icom 52 because it's new and it's cool, and I don't have an Icom, so I might pick one of those up. You never know. I most likely will, just to have a cool HT, an Icom, and a DStar. Always good to have another DStar for a backup. So I'm going to the breakfast for the Papa System in San Marcos tomorrow early, and I'll be looking forward to that and the great Mexican food they have there, meeting all some new people there. Back to you.
A man cannot have enough radios. In fact, the guy I was calling, K6OS, I think he has probably about 30 different radios from what I hear, including one on a 5100 attached to his bike. And I do want to hit one of those Papa System breakfasts or restaurant meetups here eventually. I was actually working in Anaheim when they had one, I don't know, maybe a month ago, a couple weeks ago. And I drove by it when it was going on when I went to my lunch, but I didn't have enough time to stop in. I saw all the cars out there with antennas and stuff on there. So I'm like, what's going on here? And I remember checking an email. I checked the email I sent to trash, and it was sure enough, it was the Papa System. So hopefully I'll be able to catch the next one. I would like to meet some of the guys out there. I do remember chatting with you maybe a week or two ago, I think. I haven't been on the radio much the last week because I've been kind of back to work. Was off for medical reasons, so I'm slowly getting fully back in there. So it's nice to talk to you again there. This is Greg, K6EGG, on the Papa System through Reflector 12 on my hotspot.
Craig or Greg?
Greg, Golf Romeo Echo Golf Golf, and I think I heard somebody else key in as well.
Okay, Greg, very good. Well, yeah, thanks for getting with me, and it was fun talking. I always enjoy talking on DStar. I think DStar is pretty cool. And we'll catch you later. And I'm going to get back and listen to analog or something else and get on the computer and do some cool stuff. So we'll catch you later at K6EGG on your 9700. I'm jealous. We'll catch you later. K6COZ, Tom, San Diego, 73.
Take care, Tom. K6COZ. This is Greg, K6EGG. And was that Fred in there that keyed up? KN6OS? If you there, go ahead.
I see him in my dashboard here. I'm going to pull that up here. I see him in my dashboard. So he's right here. Got too many computers. So hopefully he'll pop on here.
Hey, Fred, KN6OS, you out there listening? This is Greg, K6EGG on Reflector 12 Alpha, the Papa System DStar network in Southern California. You out there, Fred?
Boy, I jump off Reflector 30. Oops. That's why there was an echo. Got quiet. Reflector 30 seems to be the busiest. Although I didn't want to disturb their channel or their conversation there. So I decided to move over here. So maybe I'll go over to 14 Charlie. What do you guys think? Where should I go? I have an idea. Maybe it won't work. I have an idea. All right, so let's go over to 14 Charlie, see if anybody's on. That was the Papa System I was just on here.
Link to REF014 Charlie.
Doesn't look like anybody's been on for a while.
This is Greg, K6EGG, monitoring Reflector 14 Charlie from Southern California, 40 miles east of downtown Los Angeles, and also streaming live on YouTube. If you type my call letters into the YouTube search engine, K6EGG. Is anybody out there monitoring Reflector 14 Charlie?
Yes, sir. K6PIV.
K6BIV. This is great. K6EGG in the city of Chino. I'm just looking you up there. I've never heard of the name of that city there. I'm guessing it's up north.
It is, yeah. It's in the East Bay. It's in East Contra Costa counties. It's just north of Mount Diablo.
Excellent. Well, I just want to let you know you're the first person I've talked to from that city there. So pretty cool stuff. I'm also streaming live on YouTube, kind of demoing out some DStar stuff and just trying to make some new contacts this way too. So I hope that doesn't bother you too much.
No, God, no. I'm a YouTube star. So, no, everything's fine. And hello to whoever is watching or will be watching YouTube.
We are on live right now, so everybody watch right now. Although people can go back and watch old streams as well. So it's a kind of a cool way that I can, sometimes people find me on YouTube and they follow me where I'm at on a reflector, on a DStar reflector. And sometimes I meet people and then they find the YouTube page. So, and it's kind of a nice way to connect with people. And there's a little chat that people are in as well. So it's a cool way to interact with some new folks.
Absolutely, yeah. There's a number of people that hams that do that have a kind of a show or whatever. So I know the ATV guys do it as well. So anyway, I just got word from the YL that it is time for bed. So I'm gonna go do that. They just got some new radios here today. What came in today was my Flex 6600M, and I'm having a great amount of fun with that. Anyway, take care and 7-3 from K6BIV.
Thank you there, K6BIV. I appreciate you getting back to me there. So you have fun with that new toy you got there. I'm sure you're going to spend a lot of time with that in the next couple days and weeks ahead. So cool deal. This is Greg, K6EGG, monitoring reflector 14 Charlie from the city of Chino, 40 miles east of downtown Los Angeles.
And it's quiet. Might be moving back to reflector 30 Charlie. Got quiet on the chat too. I mean, it's 10:30 on the East Coast, so that might be part of the problem as well. I get it. I know I'll be up early tomorrow morning. Ooh, that's nice. Oh, you know what? I gotta find. So one of the guys I talked to in DStar just emailed me. I got to get the call letters. So what some of the guys were talking about on Reflector 30 Charlie, which I'll go back over there here actually just right now. They were talking about doing HF DStar, and a guy up in Canada I talked to a few times. VA60
Charlie
QAS. I'm going to turn this down.
The day you know it all, you think you know it all. It's the day you want to hang up the keys. I've been doing it for April, I have 45 years.
So I'm going to send him an email.
Between the wife and I right now, we've got...
Sorry. I'm going to jump in there and probably say hi in a second.
So I got a close friend of mine, he's retired now. He's over 50. VE19 here, over.
V. I have enough trouble driving my little Econo car. I'd like to get a little sports car, but I don't know. I would like to get my flying license, but I'm just not motivated to do anything anymore. The only thing I do at this point is I work on the house. That's it. I just work on the house. That's all I do. Beyond work, I get in, and work has slowed down quite a bit because of COVID. And I'm just trying to build that up if I ever could do that again. And, I'm kind of floating along here. Unlike you gentlemen, I don't go anywhere. I go to the supermarket. I'm picking up a piece of furniture tomorrow. I got to go to the dentist on Monday. But that's it. I go to the bank. No parties, no meetings other than Zoom. That's it. That's it in a nutshell.
Well, I can't drive them little cars. I'm scared to death to hit them. Excuse me. My pickup is, my personal vehicle is a Shell or GMC 2500 heavy duty. Jacked up 7.5 inches. Pickup truck. With a 6.6 diesel. It's got a body lift, a 7.5 inch body lift on it. My personal car is a Chrysler 300. Next year I'm getting rid of it to get a Camaro convertible. I can't drive on little cars, especially out on the super highways. I'm scared to death of them. 89 TJR before.
Sorry, I'm emailing and looking up some stuff.
This is KD2Jam for ID. Well, I am used to them.
My what is showing?
Subcompacts all my life. I'm kind of a bottom feeder. I'm pretty frugal. I don't want to have any debt whatsoever. I don't want to owe anybody anything. If I can't afford it, I don't want to buy it. And I'm older, I'm in my 70s. I'm in my early 70s. So it's just, it's time to cut back. And if it wasn't for COVID,
what's up,
I
Sean?
would be, on vacation a lot.
I'm on reflector 30, but I'll be willing to go over to 14 or something if you want to chat.
Trapped, really, basically. But I would do a lot of different things. I'm as far as the big
I was just
vehicle,
emailing
one
one of the guys looking for DStar contacts.
Time negotiating a big truck or anything. I feel very uncomfortable in them. I know it sounds weird, but I'm used to driving a small car. You need to be safe for whatever you do. I don't go over the speed limit. I keep my distance between me and the other guy. And I do my best to get out, get him in that car. It's a lethal weapon. And I try to be as careful in it as I can.
Well, my next pickup truck, this one's only got 130,000 miles on it, 135,000 miles on it. For a diesel engine, the stuff is just barely broke in, but this one's a 2500. My next one's is going to be the 30.
Hey, Sean, K6EGG, you out there still?
2 tires on each side, the back axle.
Still interested in my skin?
And it's probably going to be lifted. It's going to have a lift out 4 inches.
I just shaved too.
With big tires. The bigger they are, the better I like them. I got more protection if somebody runs into me, especially on a head-on. I got a lot more protection. Them little tiny cars, if somebody runs into you, you got no protection on them. I don't like them. I don't even like the Mustang. Because they're too small. That's why my next car, when I get rid of the Chrysler 300, it's going to be a Camaro 9 TJR.
This is KD2JSM. Well, I've had this car since 2015. I have 70,000 miles on it. And I don't really drive that much anymore. Anything longer than a 6-mile ride to me I don't like it. My wife died last year from cancer. And for the last number of years before she died, all I did was drive her here, there, and everywhere, back and forth to her doctors, all the doctors she went to, and to Sloan Kettering, where they treated her for cancer. And I'm driven out. I've driven in probably conditions that you might feel weren't that bad. But in heavy rainstorms back from the city, I could hardly see the road. Just impossible situations. For me, I don't even know how I made it home. And I did the best for her. I gave her everything I could. And I'm kind of driven out right now. Actually, it's getting cold here in the Northeast. We're in like 40-degree days now. And I usually take a bicycle if I can. I feel safer on that than I do on my car. But I drive my car as little as I possibly can.
Yeah, well, in the summertime, I ride a bicycle too. But mine's got a 1690cc motor under. It's a Harley Davidson Ultra Glide. So.
Okay, yeah, now I know what you mean. Well, for the, for
I'm on 2-meter sideband here.
Well, the 3 gigahertz, you get the diamond disc cone antenna. If you're going to mainly just use it for receive, put that on some LMR 600. You got to run LMR 600 or hardline, but the lesser of the one is the LMR 600. Don't go anything below that. And that'll cover 25 megahertz to 3 gigahertz. And then all you'd have to do is cover the HF bands. And heck, you could do that real simple with either a maypole. Let's see, I'm trying to think of a good multi-band one for receive. Even a G5RV up good 30, 40 feet. So 2 antennas and you could cover the whole thing.
Copy the disc on. What was the one for HF? I never heard a maypole.
Yeah, you could use a 20, 40, 80 maypole. It's like 3 dipoles, but one coax, 1 feed line. And then I thought of, well, you could use a G5RV if you get one that's 160 through 10. Then that would cover it quite well. Those are bag antennas. You can pick one up $300-400 down at HRO. So 2 antennas, and you'd have everything covered from 160 meters to 3 gigahertz.
Roger that. Is a maypole the brand or a style of antenna?
Yeah, the maypole's a style of antenna. You can make those quite easy yourself. Or, like I say, go down and just get a G5RV bag antenna. Tell them you want the one that covers 160 to 10, well, actually 160 to 6 meters, whatever. And then you'd have everything covered with 2 antennas.
Roger that. Sounds good. Sounds like a plan. Decent somewhere to start. I appreciate it.
Okay, good deal. All right, yeah, I kind of left the guys hanging over on 75 meters, but usually there's a lot of guys out here. Maybe John will show up, Noel, Fred. Fred must be sick because he's always on the radio.
Yeah, something's up with Fred. He hasn't been out here for a couple nights. But hopefully he'll be back soon. What frequency on 75?
3680, 3.680. Yeah, we've been yakking over there for the last hour and a half, so I better get back over there. They're going to wonder where I went. I'll tell them I got hijacked on 2-meter sideband. I got too many radios going.
Nothing wrong with that. Hey, pleasure. 73, talk to you soon. K6EGG.
All right, I'll check back in a little bit. K6FR.
K6EGG on frequency.
K6EGG. good work.
Those two guys are too close to each other,
Oh,
so they don't hear me.
Enjoying the Friday night, the light.
Roger, well, probably people are gone and out looking for turkeys. I got the last one of the last 3 turkeys at Walmart. There is no more in all the stores, huh?
Yeah, last night, nobody was out here last night or the night before. I was getting worried about you guys.
Well, I laid down and fell asleep and then wake up till 11 o'clock. And I took, my back was hurting and I hurt my leg. But, I don't know, David, you know, what do you call it? You know, you might want to try a monopole. I can see the diagram.
Yeah, I'm going to definitely put up actually I already have up 2 disc cones. I'm going to put them higher though. One of them just above the apex of the roof, probably not high enough, and the other one's in the back. How critical is the LMR 600? Do you think it's really critical?
For VHF, UHF, and SHF, yes, indeed it is, buddy.
Yeah, I'm going to have to break down and buy a run of LMR 600. I've never believed that, but I'm beginning to think it's true.
Well, how long is it going to be? Where's your antenna going to be?
Probably no more than 50 feet.
You better come over here and look at some of the other stuff. I'm not going to give you the hard line, but I've got some stuff that's like LMR 400, and it's just for that receiver. You're welcome to it. It's got connectors, but you got to make sure they're okay.
Hey, Roger, 400 or 600?
Oh, it's 600. It's big, heavy duty stuff, or it's another thing similar to it. And it doesn't, the impedance, if you just on the receiver, it doesn't make a difference whether it's 75 or 50. That's not going to make a damn bit of difference. It's supposed to be the antenna. You'll do something with it.
QSL. Well, maybe I'll take you up on that. I think I don't need any more than 50 feet.
Okay. All right. Well, you better come over and have a look, please. You know, I don't know. Were you guys going to do this antenna thing next weekend for me?
Next weekend? Or, well, it's up to Keith. Whatever day he's got available.
Okay, we'll see. You can come over and check it out. Bring my little SWR meter and I'll give you the rinse back. Over.
Sounds like a plan. If Keith's out here tonight, we'll try and figure out a day.
Sure. I didn't hear Keith today either. I heard Ward. I talked to him earlier.
He was talking about me on 3860, 3680.
What?
Yeah, he went up there and they're talking about what we just talked about on this.
Oh, okay. He's on I-70.
Hello, boys. K6EGG here.
Hello, Greg. KM16F.
Oh, my God. What's the catch? Hello, yeah.
What's up, Alex? How's everybody doing tonight? I heard somebody got a new job out there, too.
Yes, sirree, Bob. Can you hear me, Craig?
Yeah, I got you loud and clear.
Judy. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. I'll have to stop by HRO one of these days.
Yeah, bring it on down. One of these days we'll figure out a face-to-face meet.
What days do you normally work?
Well, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday looks like it's going to be it for a while. Next week's a little screwed up because of the holiday. Closed on Thanksgiving and half day on Friday, so. But after that, I think Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
I want the Dave special price.
Denny, or is that Tony?
Yeah, it's Tony. Hey, Dave. Hey, my brother got a radio?
Yeah, I sold him a 7300.
Oh, cool. I have to go over there and take a look.
Go over there and abscond with it.
Right. Roger, roger.
Good evening, Tony. 73s. How you been?
Oh, okay. How about you? I didn't know. When did you start working there?
A couple weeks ago, but they didn't need me until like the 15th. So, but now I'm on the schedule a couple days a week, so that's cool. I don't want to work full time.
Okay, roger. I heard Monday, Wednesday, and Friday?
Yeah, next week will be a little screwed up because it's a holiday and they're closed some days, but typically Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Okay, roger. I'm looking to get maybe coax cables, but I'm looking into it right now.
Plenty of them in stock.
Roger. Maybe I'll give you a text later.
Roger D.
Hey, if I get it from you, you get like a commission?
Yeah, but it's insignificant. I do it for fun. Really, truly do. Today we spent 2 hours watching that pursuit. Did you see that pursuit today?
No, I missed it.
Anybody else out there see it? Greg, Alex?
I saw part of it and I got tired of the guy was hung up on the curb and he had all the guns pointed at him. He wouldn't get out. There was a hole in the back window. What happened?
Well, that was the end of it. It went on 2 hours before that. It started as a carjacking. He got on the 5 freeway southbound in the northbound lanes, and unbelievable, nobody would have hit on collision. Then he flipped around and went the right way, and they were ramming him and spiking his tires and beanbagging him and canines, and it went on forever.
I know, but when he got hung up on the curb, it took for hours for him to get out of the car. So I'm tired of this. Me and my mom watching it, so I'm going to go lay down. My back is hurting.
That must have been the first time he got hung up, because he eventually got out of that and drove away again, and they pinned him again, and he couldn't get out of it, and they took him to custody rather quickly. So, but it was insane.
So was he armed?
And if he was, he didn't use it. I think he had a knife is all. He tried to stab the first canine that came after him.
I hope he didn't hit the dog.
I don't think he did, because he took him out and the dog seemed okay, and they were reporting that he wasn't injured severely.
Yeah, nobody wants to hear the dog out there. Well, okay. I thought there was a better way to handle that. They had a hole in the car. I didn't know if that was a beanbag. It looked like shotgun.
It was beanbag. Less lethal beanbag. Yeah, he didn't fire at him. He just drove like a nut.
Well, they could have put the thing of tear gas right through that hole in the car and he got out. He was gotten out over.
They put a dog in that hole. And he did get out the first time, but then they started shooting with beanbags, because I think he had that knife. But then he got pissed off and got back in the car.
I'll be right back. I'm going to say goodnight to my daughter, so I'll be back in just a few minutes. This is Greg, K6EGG. Jump in the comments, say hi, or tell me where you're coming from, or where you're from.
The helicopter ran out of gas and had to go get fuel. It was so long.
No, that's what I mean. I didn't want more. I was sorry.
Roger.
I didn't manage to see the other one. You were talking about that lady in the back of the truck. Oh, she didn't die, or she's still in good condition, or what happened?
I don't know. I never heard. That night they said she was in critical. The cops were doing CPR on her on the ground right there.
Yeah, okay. Well, you know what? Here's another suggestion. You get yourself a HF antenna, and if you get a 2-meter 432 tuner, I don't know how high you get the change for, but the bands that you're going to listen to, but a disc tone will work very well, like you said. A disc tone and just a G5RB, like what the other fellow said, that'll work just fine, right?
Yeah, I think so. Today we were playing around with a G90 by the Chinese made one. I can never say the name of it, but that thing works phenomenally. It really works incredible. It's cheap, half the price of a 705.
A G90 or 19?
Pretty sure it's a 90, but I could be mistaken.
Is that a radio?
Yeah, it's a Chinese HF radio, similar to the 705, size-wise.
Okay, I see. Oh yeah, I see that. That's yeah, I've seen that before. It's Ziggy or Ziggy, Z-I-G-G-O or X-E-G, but I think you pronounce it Ziggy.
Yeah, my Chinese is a little weak, so I'm not sure.
I don't know. I don't know any Chinese, but I know Japanese a little bit.
Konnichiwa.
Oh, I'm okay. How are you?
Muy bueno.
Can you come to go look at what you have to do?
Did
you know what that just said?
Hell no.
I just counted to 10.
Roger D.
Yeah, I've seen those reports, so you like those, huh?
Well, I'd only seen it on a picture and read about it, but I played with it today, and it's a solidly built, very good performing radio. It's, we were talking a lot on it.
How much does it cost?
I think just shy of 6, but the 705's like over 1,000.
Well, I don't know what you're going to do with that thing where you put the disco in. What you need to do is get that big tower and put your 5 RB, put your beam up, and on top of the disco up, and then run the coax down to the receiver, and you can use that for transmit too. So, that's the way to do it. But get that big tower right in the middle, in the corner of that patio up against your house.
Yeah, I'm not moving that tower. It has an 8-foot deep, 3-foot square concrete slab it's attached to.
Well, maybe you're going to get another tower.
Oh, that's possible, maybe. We'll see.
Get another tower and put it up in there right there. In the middle of the property. Yeah, maybe you can get that G5RV stretched way out. It's the biggest one in the receiver.
Yeah, I could take down that hex and stretch a G5RV on that.
Yeah, you could. Build a hex and if you go up straight up, you could, and put the disc there.
Yep. Just got to get up on the roof and work on it. You know how that goes.
Oh, I know. Got my driver's license yesterday. It was hard. It was a very small crowd. Not very many people, maybe not even 25, 30 people in there at noon time yesterday. The day before, there was line up in the street. But I guess this is a holiday. I think that's what everybody's doing now. Why is everybody around the outlet doing turkey Thanksgiving? Take a nice chance for that.
Yeah, the stores are crowded. It was slow today at work, though, but it'll pick up after Thanksgiving, all stores. You see, Rittenhour was not guilty on all 5 counts.
The way it should be.
Yes, sir. And now they're going to tear down the farm.
No, what do you mean? No, they're not going to riot, are they? They're going to get it again.
Well, a lot of protesters are out and about in the major cities. I don't know if anybody's rioting yet. I'm not watching TV.
If they're riot, they're going to cause trouble.
Yeah, a bunch of dumbasses. Anyway, I'm standing by for one more minute of doing something here.
Okay, go ahead. I want to send you this military antenna. This is what I think you should put up to. There, you got enough room to do it. This is what they use on board ship. Over.
Roger, look forward to seeing it.
Hey, Dave, you still out there?
I am.
Hey, Ed, I looked up that radio. Yeah, it's like a little mobile radio, mobile?
Yeah, I think it could be used as either, but it would certainly fit in your car well.
Roger. Yeah, it looked like a Nilo radio. Hey, by the way, you're talking about maybe potential troubles in the cities. I see a Long Beach, I think Long Beach police helicopter circling north of PCH near Pacific Avenue. What's over there?
North of Pacific. That's kind of ghetto-ish.
Oh, okay, roger.
Let me turn on the police scanner and see what it is.
Okay,
The
roger.
police.
You can see it on flight radar.
Maybe some rioting.
Maybe they're shopping.
Is that a nice way of saying riding?
Well, last time this happened, they let them take whatever they wanted. I could not believe it.
People that have infiltrated the mayors and all of this, these liberals, allegiance to the Communist Party is just, telling the police to stand down. The police have got to arrest the mayors and the State Department, whatever it is. The governors, they tell them to stand down. That's what's got to happen. That's against the law. You're endangering the public, huh?
I couldn't agree more, but it just doesn't seem to happen.
Hey, so last year during the riots in 2020, I used Flight Radar 24 quite a bit. And you just keep track of the flying helicopters, and you know where the trouble spots are.
Yeah, Dave, just into a make whole design, you have to make it yourself. I don't know, I don't suggest cut the resonance. Just get up a bunch of wire up there and shoot it to do as you choose to do. If you set it to resonance, you can use your little automatic tuner, but you don't have that in the receiver, huh?
No, not in the receiver. I do not have a tuner. But I do have tuners. But I don't know. I'd have to transmit. Yeah, tuner wouldn't work. You have to apply power to get it to work.
What do you call it? Frequency analyzer. You put that ahead of the tuner with a switch there, you can tune it for any frequency and let it come up with.
It's amazing how much technology is available to amateur radio operators nowadays.
The other thing is you can put a tuner in and you can get the right tuner. Tune it for noise level. As the noise comes up, then you know you're tuned to that band. That's the whole thing.
Tony, I don't hear anything on the band, but
They're launching fireworks out right now
how long have they been circling?
inside my house. Maybe celebration?
Circle, you know how the track is shown on the flight radar? The circle has been there a while. There's many lines forming a pretty good circle.
Is it still circling now?
Yeah, still there.
All right, I'll monitor the shadow and see if I come up in a minute.
Roger. Oh yeah, I remember hearing Long Beach Police before. You can tune it in on like 462 something.
Depends on what area. 460-125 is that area. 460-225 is the east. 350 I think is the south. And 425 or 450 is the north.
Okay, roger. I remember 125. Something 125. So it's 460, 125.
Correct, 460, 125.
Roger. Hey, Long Beach is one of the few that you can hear, right? Because I think all the others are either, off the band or they're encrypted, correct?
You can hear quite a few. CHP, LAPD, LASO. The only one that's encrypted that I'm aware of is the County of Orange. But Orange County doesn't have individual radio systems. The entire county is on one singular radio system. It all belongs to the county, and it supplies radio equipment to all fire and police agencies.
Okay, roger. Anyway, if you pull up flight radar 24, you'll see the helicopter.
Yeah, Tony, I don't know anything about this. What are you asking us to pull up?
Oh, the frequencies? The police frequencies, I guess?
Oh, you mean like the night, what is that, the night sun, the sun night, or something like that, the helicopter?
I just remember listening to the Long Beach police frequency.
Hello, anybody new to the channel? This is Greg, K6EGG. I come on live about 2 or 3 days a week, depending on my work and personal schedule. I'm on 2-meter sideband a lot, which is right now 144.250, upper sideband that is. And I also go on the call frequency of 146.520. DStar, locally here on the Papa System Network, which is also Reflector 12 Alpha, Reflector 30 Charlie, which is very busy, and also Reflector 1 Charlie. I sometimes venture over to Reflector 14 Charlie as well, depending on how busy things are. It was pretty busy on Reflector 30 Charlie earlier, so it's good to hear a lot of people out there. This is Greg, K6EGG. We're listening to 144.250 here tonight.
Yeah, they have two of them, 28 and 27.
Okay, roger. Yeah, he came right out of the airport and went straight to this location.
Let's go get your plane, get above them, and circle ourselves.
We could do that, huh?
Yes, we could.
We are all digitally encrypted here in San Bernardino County now, which is no fun for my scanner hobby I had for since I was like 13 years old.
Say digitally encrypted it?
Yep, everything is. Everything but fire, I think.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah, they were on the 800 megahertz trunking system for about 15, 20 years, and then they migrated over to digital. They were on digital unencrypted for a little while, then they eventually just encrypted it like 2 years ago.
There's been a lot of discussion nationally for transparency purposes to keep them not digitally encrypted so people can listen to what's going on.
I think that would be very fair. I remember eating breakfast at a local spot here in Chino right after they turned encrypted, and I saw the chief of police in there at the time. It was a female. I forget what her name is. But I discussed that with her. She was very open about it, and usually I got the response that I thought I was going to get was, it's to protect our officers spiel. And I went on to ask, when was there a time where you had an issue with that? So she couldn't explain. So, but you know how I think we discussed it before. You know my feeling on this, but a little bummed about it.
Yeah, I don't see criminals using they'd have to really be pretty sophisticated to figure out what frequency and what unit was coming and what was going on. Imagine somebody, I don't know, I just don't see it as a big problem.
The couple conversations I had with police officers when I used to work out at my local gym here, pretty much echoed your statement. If anything, they'd prefer you to listen to these. They think it's kind of cool because that's kind of how they got their start in being a police officer, because they found it interesting. I find it interesting because I just like to know what's kind of going on, and no transparency, like you said. And even listening to these car chases, you hear these reporters and these media outlets misinterpret what's really going on. I've listened to these chases, and it's like, that's not what's going on. That's not what they're saying. So I don't know. We're on the same page on this.
Yeah, the TV reporters, I'm convinced that they just need to fill airtime. So they say the dumbest things you can ever think.
Oh, he's stopping right now.
Yeah, but they ask the same dumb questions every pursuit of the so-called expert they always have on the phone.
There's a guy on YouTube that I watch, Smoke and Scan. I like his concept, although the language kind of gets me after a while. He's sitting there commenting on the chases, and he's got the scanner going at the same time. So you're listening to it in real time, and you don't have the banter between the media anchors. So you get to see what's actually, or you get to hear what's actually going on, which is really nice. So I wish they would, if they went to that sort of format, I think that would be probably better.
They should develop a channel that is only police pursuits. And when there isn't an active one, they should show video of prior ones. Did you by chance catch the one of the school bus the other day in Buena Park?
I did not. I hadn't watched much TV this last week. There was a website that was devoted to it, but I think they got sued for using video from the TV station. So, pardon me, I'm not 100% sure if that's still active.
Tony, side note, that helicopter's gone from that email. But Greg, the Buena Park PD came across a guy ramming a school bus. Turned out it was the husband of the bus driver, and he was trying to kill her. And he was shooting at the bus. Buena Park PD sees it and takes off in pursuit. The guy keeps ramming the bus and shooting at it. The bus driver makes an turn and gets away from the guy in the Suburban. The chase was on. They flew all over the place. Went to the bus yard, crashed through the gate, shooting at each other. It was crazy.
And this was on our local air here?
Yeah, well, it wasn't live. It was images from the dash cam and body cams of the cops that they distributed.
Oh, that would be great to see live. That would be some good entertainment there.
It was one of the craziest pursuits I've ever seen. They ultimately killed the guy.
Hey, I'm watching that pursuit from today. Wow, you're right. It just went on forever. The guy actually got out of the car. I guess they shot beanbags at him, and then he got back in and drove away.
Yeah, he did that several times. The scariest part of that pursuit was on the 5 freeway, and he was hauling ass. He got on the freeway the wrong way, and I thought there must have been 100 near misses. And then he came to a construction site where he couldn't go any further, and then he turned around and went the right way on the freeway, and then the chase was on again for 2 hours.
Wow. Yeah, I'm watching the part where he was just sitting in the car for over an hour. And then, he managed to get back in and drive away. That's incredible.
Well, they put the dog in. The dog and him fought. He got out of the car, and they were beanbagging him, and he got back in the car and drove over the curb and bushes with no tires on the rim.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming up to that now.
A highly intelligent individual.
He kept a good evasion from him for a while, and he got out of a couple different breaks.
I think it was, what was it, day before yesterday. We all went to the donut shop.
Hey, Greg, sorry I doubled with you. What? Say what?
He had some good ways to get out of different breaks, so I got to hand it to the guy, though.
Yeah, he was a pretty smart dumbass.
And Don said that was right near the park where we had our ham fest, or whatever you want to call it.
He was all over the place. He kept going up and down Rosecrans, the 5 freeway, Beach Boulevard. He was all over.
Hey guys, I gotta go eat dinner. I'll catch you guys later at W6TON.
All right, see you, Tony.
Adios.
See you, Tony. Late dinner.
Yeah, late. I'm hungry.
How are you feeling, Greg? You were on the bad side for a while. Are you better now?
The pain is a lot better, but I'm still pretty stiff. Kind of still not comfortable picking up stuff, but I'm getting a nerve block in. They think the nerve is causing my nervous system to tense my muscles up. So once they numb this nerve out, maybe it will stop, hopefully.
Roger that. Well, here's hoping it works.
Are you fixed up for your knee, or are you definitely doing another surgery?
I see the actual doctor. I've been dealing with the nurse practitioner. Actually, I'm not sure if she's a nurse practitioner or physician's assistant. She's pretty good, but she's leaving that final determination to the orthopedic surgeon, which I see in a couple of days.
That sucks, man. You got to go through rehab and stuff again?
Yeah, if they do surgery, I will. God damn it. I'm so tired of surgeries.
Yeah, it's not fun recovering from them, that's for sure.
But it's not fun. Every time I step, I think it feels, not every time, but it'll be good for a day or two. Then every time I step, it's like, oh, ooh, ah.
They have you on any pain medication?
They do, but I take an anti-inflammatory sparingly. I don't want to, that stuff can be bad for you if you take it too much.
Yeah, go for your eyes.
It what with your eyes?
It can mess with your eyes, you know, anti-inflammatories, always.
Messes with a lot of stuff, your liver and everything.
Yeah, well, especially industry, if anybody's on industry,
Never heard of that.
well, they used to give it to me in the 80s for industry, which is kind of a high quality aspirin or whatever, but it's they can make you bleed internally and do all the other things. But, you know, a girl back there in the 80s that was also on it, and they told me, and she went blind from taking it over.
I've been taking chloroquine or whatever the hell that sports tranquilizer is.
Oh my God.
I have a list of different stuff I've been taking that I can't even pronounce half of them.
I've been taking the glucosamine, but the other thing is Coumadin or whatever the hell that is. Coumadin, yeah, not Coumadin, no, that's not it.
Coumadin's a blood thinner.
No, I'm not taking Coumadin. It's the other stuff that's from India.
From India?
I'm taking Cymbalta, and I was taking gabapentin.
It's turmeric, but it's also got, you know, it comes from Coumadin or something like that.
Viagra.
Yeah, Viagra. Boner pills.
So, haven't had any of those yet. I'll be afraid that if I took those, I could find a victim. What'd you say? Yeah, hello, Miss Phil. How you doing?
Hey, good. How are you, Phil? K6EGG.
Yeah, better than being under the grass. Turmeric, that's this is supposed to, the doctor recommended it. Two of the doctors are saying they're having, it's crimiroids is what it comes from. It's crimiroids, and it's the turmeric you can buy over the counter, but I take 1,500 milligrams and have a little more mobility, and I've been taking it for a while now, for over a year, and my respiratory doctor suggested that your patients swear by it because it's first time, you know? Is that what it said? Well, I'll tell you what, it gives me more mobility than arthritis. It locks me up just as cold weather. I take this as glucosamine. I don't know how effective it's locally is until you really you stop taking glucosamine for a month and you can't walk as well.
Is that over the counter?
Yeah, it's over the counter. It's called turmeric, and it comes from curcuminoid, and that's what it's called, curcuminoid, and it's 95%. And it seems to work. I mean, for me, it's
All right, there. I'm going to go over to Reflector 30 Charlie here, and then I'm going to probably call it a night. So if anybody's watching, I'm moving over there. Hi there, folks.
And the cortisone along with that is what I was reading the CDR, and it actually deteriorates more cartilage and more problems. And I'm going to take away the pain and things, so most people are slipping away from that. And I'll tell you what, the cortisone causes hallucinations, doesn't it?
All right, so sorry about that. My wife was asking me a question, so I'm going to move over to Reflector 30 Charlie here. See who's on there. Can't hear the other station, so.
It's insane anymore. It's just, I don't know really what to say or how to describe it. Being on PJR.
Yeah, well, I think you're sure right. And I don't normally get too far from home on my motorcycle. And, it's an old Suzuki brain it is not working. 1500 Intruder V-twin, not real big, but it's not real small either. 14 or 1500 cc. It's fine for an old fart like me, and I'll get 45 minutes or an hour from home and around. I like to get on back blacktop roads where there's not a lot of traffic and where I can kind of putt along kind of slow and just enjoy the ride. Anyway, Tom, I'm going to jump out of here, but I heard you in there and did want to say howdy and certainly wish you luck out there on the big road. And you have yourself a good one, sir. And always a pleasure to hear you. V9TJR, KYHH, here in Williamston, Michigan, just east of Lansing a little ways. 3, sir.
Well, it's always a pleasure to talk to another truck driver. Even if you're not driving anymore, you're still a truck driver. And I had 2 uncles that drove for Chrysler while it was still Chrysler back for years out of Windsor, Ontario. So, but, yeah, I'll probably be doing this for quite a while yet. Hopefully not. I'm always up and looking for something else that'll give me the income that I need to survive. It don't look like anything's going to happen too soon, so I'll probably be out here for a while.
Yeah, okay, Tom. Yep. I understand. You have to do what you got to do to keep bread and butter on the table and keep the wolf away from the door. I certainly understand that. And anyway, be safe out there.
Reflector 30 Charlie right now.
We'll look forward to talking to you next time. Always a pleasure. V9TJR, K8YHH 73. Have a good one.
K8YHH, V9TJR. You too, you have a good one. 73, V9TJR.
Let's see where Tom is at now. He's heading to Mariloma, not too far away from me.
K8YHH, N8LN.
Yeah, N8LN. Well, you're up kind of late there, fella.
I could say the same about you. Did you finish wiring that outlet yet?
Oh, yeah, I did. And my crazy open spot 3 kept telling me, well, I'd go through, the setup procedure, and you turn the thing on, you're looking for open spot 3 AP, and then connect your Wi-Fi.
Just he doesn't have his GPS turned on his thing. I was wondering where he was.
So
he's heading towards he'll be about 5 miles away from you on Monday morning at 3 a.m.
Telling me my software was too old, and I've been monkeying around with it for 3 days. I'm working, and I don't have a clue why in the software, but I can tell you, I went through the procedure, time after time after time after time, and I finally got it to work.
Okay, then. That's what I was trying to sort out. So you're all set, then. Yep.
And, I'm 75, which means the old brain doesn't work real good.
Hey, at 46, it doesn't work very good.
Do something, set something up.
Shoot, at 25, it doesn't work very good for me.
And if too many months goes by, it's going to be like learning to do it all over again. Normally I just follow the setup procedure, and it would, get past the UID number because it kept telling me my firmware was too old.
Sometimes you just got to turn it on and let it sit for a while, and it'll take care of itself, because those auto-update themselves. So you just got to leave them alone and don't keep restarting them. Just let it run for a while. But it sounds like you're in good shape, so I don't need to call you or remote in. But I was watching for your email to let me know you were done with your outlet so we could take a peek at that. But I'm glad you're all set, Carl. And as far as I'm concerned, if I'm half as sharp as you are when I'm 75, I'll be doing good.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that. And the thing is, I've learned a long time ago, if you keep on...
He gone.
All right, I won't hold you. Good to hear you out there. I just turned on the radio and heard you and thought I'd give you a shout. All right, sir. You have a good evening and a good weekend. K8YHH and 8LN.
And TKR. You sound like you were coming down or got what I had last week there, sir.
I didn't quite catch that, Tom. I sound like what?
You sound like you're coming down with or you got what I had last week.
Nope, I'm good. I'm all good. I just haven't been talking much. It was quiet here. I think the wife went to bed and I was just watching some TV, and so I haven't been talking, so my voice probably isn't warmed up. But no, I'm fine. Everything's good. And I hope you're most of the way over it.
Yeah, I still got a little bit hanging around on the chest there, and once in a while, cough it up. I think I'm through the worst of it. We're on the mend, on our way back to doing what we were doing before.
Anybody new watching tonight?
Right.
Feel free to
Hopefully
jump in the
for
chat,
Miss
say
Pauline
hi.
as well. Feeling better?
I just want to jump in there, say goodnight to these guys, but it sounds like they're going to be QSUing
Yeah,
here.
she's feeling better as far as the flu and cold, but her back was hurting an awful lot tonight. So I just told her to go to bed.
Everything you did, everything you said.
Okay. All right. I'll get back with you here in just a minute, Tom. And 8LN.
I just wanted to jump on the reflector and say goodnight. This is Greg, K6EGG. Made a bunch of new contacts here today. So everybody out there listening, this is Greg, K6EGG. I can't even talk tonight. Greg, K6EGG, calling it tonight, and hopefully back tomorrow, late afternoon, maybe early evening. Take care and have a safe drive, everybody on the road as well.
7-3, Greg. You have a good night as well. Good night, take care.
All right, this is Greg, K6EGG. I'm going to leave the stream up for a little bit. Maybe we can get some more conversations up. I'm just going to kind of get ready for bed. I got to get up at 4:45 tomorrow morning, bright and early. Got to be in downtown LA probably around 6:45. So it's going to be a short night for me. So I'm going to keep the stream going. So hopefully we get some more conversations on Reflector 30 Charlie. And I hope to be back tomorrow. And if anybody new to the channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to get up to 500 subscribers before the end of the year and eventually 1,000 so I can do some mobile live streaming. Hopefully sometime next year. I have some plans for that I've mentioned in the past, so would appreciate it. So anyways, you guys take care. And now back to pretty much the radio only, and I'll be done for tonight, but the stream will continue going. So hopefully some people will be chatting in here on Reflector 30 Charlie. Take care, everybody.
guess I'm not the only one. Don't know much more than V9 TJR.
V9GJR, ALN.
TJR.
Sorry about that. Teresa stopped out and had to show me something, so I had to jump off for a minute. But so how long are you going to be driving tonight?
Oh, I don't know. Just then I decided I've had enough.
Okay, well, don't delay that decision if it's time. So be careful. You don't need to get yourself sick again.
No, I'm all right. We're taking our vitamins religiously again. So we'll be okay. I won't push it too far.
All right. Well, we'll wish you good weather and good travel.
Yeah, I got my friend's email address there, so I'm going to get on there when I get a chance to get his registration for DStar started.
Well, if you get stopped at some point and want to text me or email me his email address and call sign, I can register him all the way through.
Okie doke. I may want to start and I'll send it to you. I forget. Probably remember to do it tomorrow. I'm not going to be able to get him on the air until I get a trip down home to pick up the open spot too anyways. I got to pick up something else I had to get. What it was. Anyway. I'll try to remember to send it to you.
All right, fair enough. Sounds good. Yeah, it'll only take a minute or two. We'll get him taken care of.
Oh, you must be just about ready to go in the horizontal position.
It probably won't be too long, so making the motions to get ready there, get all the evening stuff tended to, so make sure the dogs are all out for the last time and all that stuff. So yeah, it won't be long. So I'll let you go. V9TJR and 8LN. We'll talk again soon.
7-3. And that video of Winnie coming running in the door there, that was hilarious. Anyway, take care. V9TJR. Aren't you supposed to be in bed by now? TJR.
K6EGG VE9TGR. Tom, did you just call me?
Well, I didn't call your name or your call sign, but I seen your key up there, and I just said, aren't you supposed to be in by now? Back to you, VE9TJR.
Well, Tom, you are correct. I am, and that's where I'm headed. I just have to turn it over to 30 Charlie, see when he was talking, and I inadvertently keyed up. So, yep, and I'm going to say, hey, nice talking to you, but it is bedtime here. So we're going to shut things down here. So hope you have a good evening, what's left of it. So the VE9TGR, this is K6EGG 73.
Yeah, you won't need your sleep, don't you? Aye. VE9TJR. Man, I should have had my YouTube channel open, going. That would have been a classic stupid move.
So, Tom, before I do shut it down for the evening, aren't you supposed to be in bed?
Oh, I got a late start. I didn't start until 3:30 this afternoon, so my day's going to be extended.
So are you driving now, or are you in for the night?
I'm behind the wheel, yeah.
So what's your QTH right now?
I just jumped off 465 onto the 70 west in Indianapolis.
Oh, I know about pretty darn close to where you are. Did you happen to see the lunar eclipse last night?
No, it was anytime after about 10:30 last night. No, I didn't see it.
Okay, well, yeah, actually, it was from 2 a.m. to 5:30 a.m. with the best time at 4. I got up and watched it. Looked at it briefly. I could see it out the window. It was very cold here. It was really cool, but it was the longest lasting lunar eclipse in the last 581 years.
I didn't even know it was happening.
Yeah, it's not something I think is, depending on where you were, the weather, some of the weather channels made a big deal about it. So, well, I am going to